We play hashtag tag. Let you add your hashtag 601-995-1017. If you want to text us what your story is involving
hashtag quitting time.
Like the moment you needed to leave your job. You just knew that job wasn't right for you. People on Reddit were talking about this. Somebody said, right before I quit teaching, I remember praying I would get hit by a car because I would literally rather break a bone than step into the building again.
Hashtag quitting time.
Have you had a moment like that in a job, Allison, where you were like, okay, this is the moment I gotta leave?
Absolutely. I was the marketing manager working for the marketing director. She had tasked me with creating a marketing plan, and I had done it, and I was like, okay, just give me approval on these items and I will execute. And then she sent me an email saying, hey, where are we on XYZ within the marketing plan? So I forwarded back the email that said waiting on approval for these items. And she emailed me back and said, we need to have a meeting with the COO.
Hashtag quitting time.
Yeah, I mean, bosses really love whenever you show them that they're wrong.
Yeah, she didn't like being held accountable. That's when I knew it was time to quit.
Oh my gosh, Lauren just texted us and said, when I got punched in the stomach by a 4-year-old.
Hashtag quitting time.
What's going on there?
Yeah, that would bum me out. Lynn's DM'd us saying when they told me I couldn't use PTO for my brother's wedding cruise and that I would have to come to work when I had requested it 4 months in advance.
Hashtag quitting time.
I have a similar story. Absolutely. I requested a bunch of time off for Christmas, bought my plane tickets, and then got screamed at because nobody takes that much time off. It's like, well, I do.
Hashtag quitting time.
What do you want from me?
And they had approved it.
Yeah, exactly. Guy told me bon voyage.
Got this from Tiffany. It says, I had my daughter 10 weeks early because of stress at work making my blood pressure awful. I had an emergency C-section, a 5-day medically induced coma, and was on a ventilator. It was an easy choice because they had promised me a raise. I never got it, and then I was told that I wasn't committed to the job.
Hashtag quitting time.
Insane. I got to know more about this from Jess. When they wanted me to illegally sell things on eBay.
Hashtag quitting time.
What were they wanting you to illegally sell? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, that's juicy, though.
David says, when I worked in hotel maintenance and I was blamed for a computer glitch that affected 1 in every 15 computers.
Hashtag quitting time.
That's great. Got a couple more good texts that we wanted to tell you about. This one says, when the hospital wouldn't pay permanent staff extra or paid minimal during COVID, but had us working in unsafe nurse-to-patient ratios, then turned around and hired contract nurses that made $60 to $100 an hour.
Hashtag quitting time.
Yeah, that'll do it. Jessica says, when I found out the boss was sleeping with a coworker.
Hashtag quitting time.
I mean, yeah. I guess maybe that explains why they're off every single Friday. Makes a lot of sense. When the boss threatened to slap me in the face.
Hashtag quitting time.
Yeah, I would quit too. Similar to Zach, says first day of my old job, I got told, quote, why did you take this job? You're going to get your butt kicked.
Hashtag quitting time.
And one more from Sabrina. It says, I knew it was time to quit when I found my coworkers were sleeping in the janitor closets while I was busting my butt up there. And the bosses weren't doing anything about it either.
Hashtag quitting time.
Craziness.